Aloha, today we're here in Waikiki and we're going to talk about the difference between the Waipuna, which is straight back here off Ina Road, and the Wailana, which is right here on Ala Moana Boulevard. These are two trophy properties or significant landmark properties that have been in Waikiki since the late 60s and early 70s. And I'm going to go down and break through the difference between the two and why these can be good condo options here in Waikiki. Located at 469 Ina Road, the Waipuna was built in 1969, and it has a curved architecture, which we'll see from the front, which is very similar to the Marco Polo, which is across the Alawai Canal. But here you go, here we are at the Waipuna. And you can see the way the building kind of curves, and you've got balconies or lanais in all of them, and the lower floors are going to have some of the larger balconies or lanais. You can see they're a little more rectangular shape versus the oval shape once you start to get further up in the building. Situated on 2.5 acres, the Waipuna has 109 units over 38 stories. This is made up primarily of 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom units, all of which are fee simple. There's also a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom product. And the 2 bedrooms are going to be 948 square feet on average, and then the 3 bedrooms are going to be roughly 1,200 square feet. And in general, they come with either 1 or 2 parking stalls. And amenities here at the Waipuna include a swimming pool, as well as a pickleball court, and a golf putting green, and a sauna, and a workout room, and a library. Board storage. Lots of empty stalls. Okay, now that's a wrap on the Waipuna, which is directly behind me here. And then next we're going to talk about the Wailana. Sorry, we got a little bit of sun. I'm going to flip the camera around. Okay, the Wailana fronts Ala Moana Boulevard and was built a year after the Waipuna in 1970. And as we talked about earlier with the Waipuna having the curvature on the architecture, the Wailana is kind of like a V-shaped building where basically half of the building is gonna wrap the corner there and front Ala Moana Boulevard, and then the balconies here on this side are gonna face towards Canterbury Place right across the street. And they've got some beautiful glass lanais, which you can see. Now the main difference between the Wailana and the Waipuna is the Wailana is going to have retail space along the street frontage. They also have commercial parking for the occupants of the retail spaces, as well as the residential parking, which is going to have separate entrances. One cool thing here is there is an urgent care here at the Wailana, because this is a real high density area, as you can see. With buildings all around here. See some colleagues here from HFD heading into the building. You've got more retail downstairs here and retail throughout the lobby. What's unique about Wailana, which we didn't talk about the outset, is the Wailana, which is located here at 1860 Ala Moana, was forever known for the Wailana coffee shop, which is going to be into this retail space that we're walking into now, which is now called Island Country Market. And it's a real bonus for residents that live nearby here, because you've got all this gourmet food here, and coffee, and I could spend all day in here, but this is a real bonus for the people that live nearby. Amenities at the Wailana are going to be on this upper deck that overlook Ala Moana Boulevard, and they do have a swimming pool as well as a barbecue area, and this building is also going to be pet friendly, just like the Waipuna. Now the main difference between the Waipuna there and the Wailana is that the Wailana has a bunch of leasehold units that are still remaining. And so on those leasehold units, the land lease ran from 2030 to 2039, and now fortunately for some of the homeowners, they have the ability to extend through 2069, which makes them able to be financed. So the Waipuna is going to be all fee simple, 2 and 3 bedroom units like we talked about earlier. Meanwhile, here at the Wailana, this is going to be all 2 bedroom units with the exception up the penthouse. There is a 3 bedroom product. But on these 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom units, they are actually like 1,100 to 1,300 square feet. So they can actually be bigger than some of the 3-bedroom units there at the Wailana, or roughly the same size. So a lot more spacious, but keep in mind when you do see something here at the Wailana that looks too good to be true price-wise, it's most likely because it's leasehold. Alrighty, since both buildings of the Waipuna and Wailana are older, like I mentioned earlier, built in 69 and 70, these are iconic buildings, and you know, I have clients that live in both and love both. But if you're not into an older building, because what they might be facing is Ordinance 19-4, this is a topic I talked about. I'll put a link here in the comments below if you want to research a little bit more, but it has to do with sprinkler ordinances here in Honolulu after the Marco Polo fire. And then the next thing I want to talk about is, and a lot of these older condominium buildings in Waikiki, is that a lot of the old cast iron plumbing is starting to go bad between the walls. So if that is not something that you want to deal with in the near future, and you're looking to get in the market sooner than later, some properties to maybe consider, which are just right around the corner from here, are going to be the Allure here at Waikiki, as well as Waikiki Landmark. Both buildings are newer with sprinklered, and it's going to have newer plumbing, so you won't have those two issues that I just talked about. The catch is with both those buildings, I always say the best stuff was taken up first. So both the Waipuna and Wailana are just a little bit closer to the ocean. I'm here with the Hilton Hawaiian Village right behind me here. And so on those two properties, you're going to be a little bit closer walk to get to the beach. However, if you want a newer product, I would consider the Allure Waikiki as well as Waikiki Landmark. And if there's anything we'd help with where you're looking to buy or sell condo in Waikiki, the buck stops here for all your real estate needs. Feel free to reach out and give me a call at 808-371-3509. Mahalo.